Hey guys, I know it's been a hot minute since, I uploaded, but I've been extremely busy with school and taking tests and all that stuff, so yeah. It has been 2 weeks since the pressure situation video, and well, it's time for an update because we have a ton of new information I wanted to delve into and, talk about. So I think for the first thing we need to start out with is Twitter post because as it is, it's gaining more traction on Twitter. So, quite literally, as we are talking, you know, we're finding out more information about, Zeal and the dumb things he's done. So, um, here in a few seconds, I'm gonna put up some images and I will read them out. But a lot of the stuff I'm gonna have to censor because it's not that it's because they do contain a lot of not nice words. So, um, something I skipped over in the video in August, Ren planned on getting someone drunk in RDC so she can have with them. This person had a history of alcohol abuse, and Ren wanted to exploit that. The proof is on timestamp 414, which if you go to that video on Urban Shades channel, it is no longer there. Zeal confirms this himself in the Urban Shade Zeal's response video, which is not uploaded anymore. Video timestamp 1 hour and 28 minutes and 54 seconds to the video. Zeal says he wanted to use alcohol to get one of them drunk and have you know what with them. Intentionally using alcohol to impair someone's ability to consent is considered. You guys know what I mean. If you want to go look at the Twitter post, yourself before I move on to the next image. Go to this person's Twitter account called factoverfeels_0. Just search up at factoverfeels_0. They will have two images, and there's one YouTube comment, and the other one is Discord messages, which are censored, so it's okay. They are censored, so I will display them without having to censor anything. So, yeah. So, at this concurrent moment, after I just explained, the first image, kaboom, now the Discord messages images shall be displayed. And, I will leave these up so you guys can read them. Well, actually, you guys pause the video so you can read them and you can do all that stuff. So, yeah. But personally, I'm going to move on to the next topic. Alrighty. So, the third and I guess maybe last one, saying as I'll probably make a part two to this, saying as there's a lot of new information that we need to cover. So, from what it is seeming like, it seems like there's more information coming out that seems to be proving more that Zeal is proven innocent and Ren was, you know, trying to falsely accuse him. Now, if you're going to ask me personally, where do I stand in this conversation? I will say I stand absolutely nowhere in this. Or not the conversation, but this drama. I don't stand on any of their sides. I don't trust anybody with this because mainly the truth hasn't been revealed at the moment. However, both sides are going back and forth with information that makes it seem like, hey, this side is innocent. Oh, wait, this side is innocent. We're having more information come on both sides, but at the concurrent moment, a lot of people are defending Zeal, saying that he didn't do it. And from what it seems like, it does seem like he hasn't done it. And mainly it was Ren who did it. Judging by, if you analyze the video from some re-uploaders, which the videos most likely will get taken down because, well, Zeal's mother has requested for those to go down. It does seem that people are making their own documents, documenting all the evidence and tying it to tons of leaked Discord messages and a lot of that other stuff. And personally, if you go on Twitter and you search up pressure, you'll see people, and then the moment you scroll down, you'll see tons of information on the situation, including videos, leaked messages, and some, like, I don't know why there's a meme here, but it's not respectful to the people. So yeah, but from what it seems like no longer Noel or Ren. It does seem like that, Ren and Zeal are both in some pretty hot water. Because as we continue to move forward, we are getting like tons of new information, like information after information after information. And honestly, it's kind of to the point where I don't know if it'll stop. Now, sure, I'll be honest, if it comes out that Zeal did what he did and it was bad, but also Ren did things, then it's not going to end up well for both of them. And personally, I felt I feel like we can forgive Zeal, but not at this concurrent moment, saying as we don't have the information to come to a conclusion. Everybody jumped straight to a conclusion the moment that document was released. Everybody decided to jump onto a conclusion and begin accusing Zeal and telling him to go off himself. Which, by the way, I just want to mention, this is not the way that we handle a situation like this. This is not the way to handle it. Telling someone to go off themselves personally is just no. It is not the way that we need to handle this situation. And a lot of games have pulled their collabs because of the situation. And matter of fact, the situation has gotten so out of hand that it has reached the attention of popular YouTuber, which I'm sure all of you know who this person is, Creekcraft. It has reached him, and he has made a public statement about it, talking about it and all that stuff. He has talked about it and has said that these are some of the darkest days of Roblox at the moment. And I agree with him. These are some of the absolute darkest days of Roblox at this concurrent moment. This is a completely, and I mean like, this is a completely, like, horrible situation. And personally, I will say, sure, this isn't the way that we need to handle a situation like this. Me personally, what I would say is instead of handling it like this, everybody should have waited until more info had come out explaining, hey, what if Ren possibly even lied? And I'm just gonna say this to the Roblox community, to the pressure community, and to the YouTubers who jump straight to a conclusion. You guys can't jump straight to a conclusion. Also, please excuse my language. Like, it's it is an this is a absolutely shitty year for Roblox. Like, I'm sorry, but excuse me for my language, but like, really, you guys seriously cannot be jumping straight to a conclusion because someone said this, but you don't get something from someone else. You can't just jump straight to a conclusion. Now, personally, I just want to say that, sure, I may have jumped to a conclusion, but the moment that I heard more info, I took my stuff back, and that's why I make these videos now. Is because this situation has gotten way too out of hand on both sides that, you know, people are telling the other side to go off themselves because you support a bad person, like a really, really bad person. They're telling them to go do that. And also, may as well mention this. If you go to _reveals_zero's post where, they put those two images. If you scroll down into the comment section, you could see the information I get from the video from a YouTuber called Roxy, and I think the description, or however I think the title is, How Ren Manipulated the Roblox Pressure Community. Now, I will say, if all this information turns out true and Ren really did do this, shame on you, Ren. Shame on this entire community, by the way, guys. Shame on all of you for telling someone to go, die because they did something that, may have not even been true. This is not the way that you handle a situation. You can't just tell someone that, hey, you should go off yourself. This world is so much better without you. You can't just tell someone to go do that because that's not appropriate. And it is not the way you handle a situation like this. Personally, the way you probably need to handle a situation like this, number one, is most likely by just saying, hey, let's see, this just came up, but everybody's accusing this one person. You can't just jump straight to a fucking conclusion. You can't do that. And yes, I will say this, excuse my language, but you just cannot do that. You can't jump straight to a conclusion. You can't say that, oh, well, Zeal did this to Ren, so that makes not Ren, sorry. That makes Zeal a really bad person. You can't just say that, because that just shows you know nothing. You have to look at the evidence before you jump straight to a conclusion. We don't know whose side to believe, because both of them have very relevant information of the situation. Zeal's side has a ton of new information, while Ren barely had any. Because some people stopped and asked themselves, hey, did Zeal really do this? Or do I need to dig down and go through private messages and just see what happened? And guess what? So many people tipped into that. And I thank you guys for, putting out all this information about, Zeal and Ren, so we can analyze it. Not only just analyze it, but look for key factors to decide, who really did this or not. I do thank you. But at the same time, if you are the same people who tell Zeal or Ren to go off themselves personally, please quit doing that. This is not a civil way to handle this situation. I don't know how many times I need to say it or even make a public post on Twitter about it. But guys, you can't just jump to a straight goddamn fucking conclusion, okay? I'm so sorry for what I just said, but you really can't. And I am a Christian, okay? I'm just gonna say that. But the only reason I'm swearing is so I can bring emotion into this. I'm not trying to convince y'all to go to a side. I'm saying, at the moment, stay in the middle. Wait until, who knows? Who knows? Like, fucking Guam Go or fucking Creekcraft to go make new, info about the situation. Like, I mean, literally, Guam Go has already made 3 videos about the situation. Matter of fact, the most recent one was literally 2 days ago. On April 25th. Mind you.